Well, hello and welcome to this introduction to part 3 of the atomic structure unit. So I'm making this introduction because some of the things in your lessons might sound a little unfamiliar, and I need to explain why. Most of this lesson was actually built during the first part of the coronavirus, which was the fourth quarter of the 1920 school year. And because it was the fourth quarter, we had finished all of the chemistry stuff that you're in the middle of right now. And so you might hear me refer to some things and you're like, wait a minute, what are you saying? You've done that before. It's because I was making it in the springtime. So I do want to just kind of show you a couple of things about what we're doing. So the topic here on this part of the unit is called nuclear reactions. So here's the key word, nuclear. That means in the nucleus. Now, if you did pretty well on the first part of the unit, you should know what a nucleus is. It's that really, really tiny but super important part of the atom that has a lot of the important stuff in it. That would be the protons and the neutrons. And it's the protons that give an atom basically its identity, that determines what it is. It gives it its name. It gives it its atomic number. So when we talk about a nuclear reaction, we're talking about actually changing the nucleus. And that's not a, I guess, common and normal thing to do. What's really common in the world are what we call chemical reactions. So let me just draw a little bit of a contrast here between nuclear and chemical reactions. And this is the part that we're going to be studying a little bit later, and so you haven't seen it yet. So that's why I'm giving you this little bit of background. Chemical reactions are moving electrons between atoms. So if we take an electron from one and give it to another, or sometimes we share electrons, that's all called chemical reactions, okay? Very, very common. And so because there's nothing involved in the nucleus, it's not at all like a nuclear reaction, okay? So we're changing the nucleus. We're changing the identity. We're changing the name, okay? So there's all kinds of different processes that you're going to learn about where this can happen. And you're going to learn some of the symbols, etc. And so just know that we're not even discussing really anything about the electrons. All of this stuff is about the nucleus, all right? So kind of use this as a guide for as you start through the lessons. They're all sort of delivered electronically. Again, this is how we did things when you first started in coronavirus mode. We were at home. You were working at your own pace. There were no structured classes. And so hopefully what I've built for this still works okay for us while we're working in class. The nice thing is for you is if you have a question about something, I'm right in the classroom and I can help you. Unless you're working at home, in which case you can come back the next day and ask for help then. So, all right, well, hopefully this serves as a good introduction. I'll let you just go ahead and get started. Hope it goes well.